Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Once again, we'll be looking at the trade call that I posted earlier yesterday, and we're looking at how it's doing today. All right guys, like I used to say in my video already that the Deriv market is very easy to understand if you know what you're looking for, right? So we had this markup yesterday. I posted it on the channel before even all of this played out, and currently we see how the market is dropping, right, respecting our analysis. All right, let me just do a quick recap of what I said yesterday in the video. Okay, so we mentioned yesterday that the market has been interesting. On the weekly time frame, we've seen like 3 touches, right? First one, second one, and third one here. And on the we had another touch here, 1 2 3, but of course market didn't get it, but then we can assume that it's the third touch, right? And on the daily time frame, I mentioned something that inside that channel another channel is being formed, right? We have the first, the second, the third. We can even consider this to be third also, but then let's respect our trend line. 1 2 3, right? The market as it did its own 3 touch also on the higher time frame, 1 2, and then the third one 3, right? And then we are saying what we were waiting for price to violate this, right? Price already had violated this trend line. It didn't respect it, and then we are waiting for a retest of that to happen, right? A retest of this trend line, a retest of the trend line, and then we start selling off from this zone. For those that didn't see that video, I'm going to put the thumbnail somewhere around here so you can check it out on my YouTube channel. I think the fourth video or so, you can check it out. All right guys, so we had the market come to this place, retest this zone, right? It retested this zone and we started selling off from this zone, right? I explained all of this before we even saw this move happen in the market. I explained all of this. I'm currently in this trade. I'm going to put a screenshot of my position, right? My running position on this single trade, right? So look at it. They're looking at the 4 hours, right? Looking at the 4 hours, it's also the same thing. And although market broke out of that channel, this is trading. You don't expect the market to go 100% everything you draw on the chart. You see variation now and then, but what was our guiding rule? Trend line. Also come to the 1 hour time frame. I drew the trend line here. I want to see a proper break of this trend line, although I already have my area of interest marked out. There are 2 entries I'm going to show us today. Just stay tuned to this video. There are 2 entries I'm going to show us. It's mind-blowing, guys. So look at the first one. Inside the daily time frame channel, another trend line is being formed. Draw it. Once you draw it out, you have 3 touch, a minimum of 2, right? 1 2, and then we are waiting for 1 2 3, still the same thing, and then we are waiting for price to do something here, to perform its magic here, right? Why that is happening, this can count for the second entry into the chart, meaning if you didn't catch it from here, because I entered the trade from this point, but if for any reason you didn't catch the trade from this top point, you can still enter here. So let me just show us how that would happen, right? So come in. So we already had the market going to the upside. However, you know our entry pattern, which is what? Engulfing candle and 3 candle star formation, meaning a morning star. It's pure price action, right? It's pure price action over here. So let me show us what I mean by that. It's pure price action over here. Look at something interesting, guys. Look at something interesting. This was how I entered my first position. So I think I clicked on something else. All right, give me a minute. It's trying to load. All right, so loaded already. I drew this trend line again. It's all trend line. there was no trend line for me to enter this market over here, so I didn't even get to enter, right? I think I entered around somewhere, I was stopped out and then came out, waited for a proper trend line. We had the first touch, second touch, fourth touch, fifth touch. Look at what the market did. The market broke this trend line on M5, 5 minutes, right? Broke the trend line. Upon that break of trend line, we had this price action here. Oh, sorry. I have this price action here. You have this price action here. 1, 2, 3 candle formation, right? To the downside, this. I can mark it out for us. Price broke the trend line, and then what happened? This 3 candle formation was a very good place to start entering from, right? If you're scared, for me, not that I was scared, but I entered the markets late, or I saw it when it was already here. So I entered from this, somewhere around this zone, right? Where is your SL? SL is just somewhere above here, right? And then you start taking the ride to the downside. So this is just the use of trend line, price action, candlestick pattern. Very, very understandable, right? It's nothing complex. You can look at it and make sense of what is happening in the market. So the first entry was around this zone, and then look at what price did. Price entered, came to the downside a little bit, and then also came and tested the entry again. Came around the entry region, and from there started pouring to the downside. All right. So even at the break of our trend line, that's H1 trend line. Let me delete all of these trend lines so we don't get confused. Even at the break of our H1 trend line that I mentioned, this one here, look at what price did around it. After I broke it, on 5 minutes, we will have entered again. After I broke this trend line, this break of trend line, after this guy, you could have entered here, and where will be your SL? A protective SL will be above here or here, right? And allow the markets to do its thing. Guys, look at what is happening. Look at how far price has fallen, right? And this analysis was given live, like it's still on my YouTube channel. It hasn't even gone anywhere. And of course, what will be our first take profit? Our first take profit will be somewhere around this channel here, right? Somewhere around this channel here. This will be our first take profit, second take profit, third take profit. Ultimately, the final take profit. Look at where we're going, guys. It is still far. The journey is still far. It's still far. This is a market that once I see re-entry, I'm going to enter again. Look at take profits that is very massive. This, and ultimately this one here. Sorry, I'm trying to do something here. It's not working. Okay, ultimately somewhere around here. Let me just use my arrow tool. So this guy here, we're expecting price come from here to this point because we are inside a channel that has been broken and retested and beginning to pour to the downside. It might not necessarily now come down directly that we just want candlestick. No. Market does not move like that. We definitely have some, structure, play higher highs and higher lows to the downside. But this is something I'm expecting, right? This is something I'm expecting, guys. The SL on this trade was, I think, $7.5 or so, and we are currently sitting on $70 something, right? That's over 1:10 risk to the world, right? So the thing about this market is just have something that is very obvious, like this kind of setup, a channel setup, a break of that setup, a retest of that level, and then ride with it. Do the higher time frame analysis, come to lower time frame and get your trade. All right, guys, this is a good place to tell you also again, please, if you've not subscribed yet, ensure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're trying to grow a community of people that will profit from Deriv market, right, from synthetic trading. Ensure you like, ensure you drop your comment. I see some comments already. Thank you so much, Folabi. Thank you, and the rest of those that have commented. I really want to say thank you. So we'll be wrapping this session up here. If you have any question, do let me know in the chat box. There's somebody that said I should do analysis on VIX 75. I'm going to do that. However, if there's no opportunity in that market, I wouldn't even touch it, because there's no point doing a video that people can make money from. I believe with this now, a lot of people have made money from this, right? So I'll look into it. However, if there's no opportunity, I'll want to pause on that. All right, once again, ensure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, and thank you so much. Until next time, cheers and God bless.